Good evening, friends. In this series of competitive English for all competitive exams, today we shall be doing spotting error or finding the improvement or trying to improve the sentence. Just spotting error. A spotting error is a part of competitive exam question paper, particularly staff selection commission and banking. A part of a sentence may be incorrectly written, grammatically incorrect. You have to spot which part is incorrect and you have to write A, B, C, D accordingly. If a part A is wrong, then you have to write part A. If part B is wrong, then you write B answer. If C is wrong, then, and if nothing is wrong, if the sentence is correct, you have to write D. No improvement is required, so you can write D. So that is how we go for attempting questions, particularly in competitive exams. This requires a very deep knowledge about the use of grammar. Today I shall be taking 10 sentences which have already been asked in banking exam, particularly in banking and financial clerk, bank, staff selection and clerk exam. The very first question is, Kalidasa is Shakespeare of India. So let us find out what is wrong in this sentence. Kalidasa is Shakespeare of India. The right answer should be Kalidasa is the Shakespeare of India. When we are comparing two proper noun, the second proper noun must be preceded by the article the. Like Kashmir is the Switzerland of India. We are comparing Kashmir to Switzerland. We are comparing Kalidasa to Shakespeare. That means both of them are equal in rank. As so, whenever you are comparing two pronouns, the second pronoun must be, preceded by the. The उसके पहले लगाया जाएगा. So the right answer is Kalidasa is the Shakespeare of India. In the similar way, Kashmir is the Switzerland of India. It's a very simple question. Second question. No sooner had she realized her blunder than she began to take correction measures or corrective measures. No sooner is always followed by than. So the last part, the D part, has no error. Let us find out what is wrong. No sooner had she refused. The part A is also correct because had she, whenever no sooner or scarcely comes, the auxiliary will be first. So no sooner had she, realized her blunder, then she began to take. That means in C part, to take. Actually, begin is always followed by gerund, verb plus ing. So then she began taking corrective measures. So the right answer is to begin will be replaced by gerund, that is infinitive will be replaced by gerund, taking. Then she began taking corrective measures. There are certain words which are always followed by gerunds. Like you can say, there is no worth talking about this matter. So here, there is no worth. Is worth. It is worth talking about this matter. It is here. Similarly, enjoy. Let us enjoy ourselves this party. He enjoys listening to music. Similarly, suggest. The principal suggested delivering the messages to all the students about the exam. The principal suggested informing all the students about the exam. Similarly, prevent. We were prevented from entering the hall. Prevented from. It is always followed by the preposition from and then gerund. Similarly, prohibited. He was prohibited from speaking the truth. Prohibited from. He was prohibited from smoking in the public place. Prohibit is always followed by gerund. Similarly, deny. He denied confessing the guilt. Refuse is followed by infinitive, but deny is followed by gerund. There are other words also. We have to go through in details about gerund. Gerund is a verbal noun written in the form of verb plus ing. Next question. He won't hear you provided you shout. Actually, the word provided will be replaced by unless, because whenever you are using a negative clause in the beginning, certainly it is a condition And when you are stating a condition, then provided is always followed by that. If you want to write it in another way, the right answer will be he won't hear you provided that you should ask him to shout. But we are not going to reform the sentence, we are going to find the error. So the right answer is he won't hear you unless you shout. He won't pass unless he works hard. He won't make himself a correct man or a right person unless he is being scolded. So unless always gives a negative sense. Whenever the first clause is in negative form, you have to use unless because it serves as a negative conjunction. Like the country won't progress well unless everybody contributes to the progress of the country. Next question. Do you know to prepare the bill, balance it, or do you know to drive a car? That is, a wrong question. The verb know is always followed by how to. Do you know how to drive a car? Do you know how to prepare a balance sheet? Whenever the verb know or knows comes, certainly how to will be added there. Do you know how to drive a car? Do you know how to prepare a balance sheet? So the right answer is how to prepare a balance sheet. Do you know how to prepare a balance? Beside being a poet, he is also a famous singer. Beside and besides, both are different. Beside means by the side of. This is just a preposition, and besides is a conjunction or a connector. B-E-S-I-D-E-S. That means other than that, in addition to. Like besides being. So the right answer will be besides. B-E-S-I-D-E-S. Besides being a poet, he is also a singer. How we are going to write besides in the beginning? Besides being a good writer, he is also a good poet. Besides being a good composer, he is also a good singer. So besides means in addition to, and that's B-E-S-I-D-S. And here the incorrect word is in the first part, that is beside, B-E-S-I-D, which will be replaced by besides. Yeah, he is the only man I know who can laugh at himself. Actually, the sentence is correct. There is nothing wrong. My admonishing to him will not change him. Admonishing is here a verb which will not require any preposition. So my admonishing or my admonishing him will not change his behavior. My admonishing him will not change. Admonish will never require any preposition. And the last three questions are, so admonish never takes any preposition. I can accept anything than honesty. Actually, whenever you use anything or any other, then you'll have to use a comparative form than. So the right answer should be I can accept anything other than honesty, because it is a comparative form. I can accept anything other than honesty. Than के पहले other लगाना बहुत जरूरी है. The right answer is I can accept anything other than honesty. Why do you prefer the theater than cinema? Actually, the right answer should be prefer is always followed by to. Preferable is also followed by to. Death is preferable to disgrace. We prefer always comes with to. So the right answer is why do you prefer the theater to cinema? Theater to cinema. He prefers tea to coffee. Death is preferable to disgrace. And the last question is, the article should not exceed more than 100 words. Exceed means more than. So more than is a superfluous expression which should be deleted. So the right answer is the article should not exceed 100 words, because exceed itself means more than. So that is how we have attempted 10 questions, and I'm sure it will help you go for any kind of competitive exam. And because error always comes, spotting error always comes in all sorts of exams. For other students, like these students who want to really enrich their grammatical portion, particularly the language expression, they are also going to be benefited with this lesson. Thank you. This is Mr. Eddie Singh on the channel Easy English, your own channel, Easy English by Eddie Singh, your own channel. Thanks a lot.